Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ruckus EV. We're doing the U.S. Women's International Team versus Japan today, for the SheBelieves Cup. So, thank you for joining me, and we're gonna watch this game together. I will be looking over to the side because that's where my screen is. But let me know how you guys are doing today. Are you rooting for the U.S.? Are you rooting for Japan? Japan being one of the four countries that have won the Women's World Cup. The U.S. being, of course, one of those with four wins. So uh, Tushka and Josh aren't here today, so it's just me on the ones and twos. I'll try not to be super awkward, but let's have fun watching this game together. U.S. currently in the top of the standings right now. U.S. has beaten Canada. Brazil has beaten Japan. So, but on goal differential, we're at the top of that standing. So let's get another win today. Looking at the starting 11, we have Lindsey Horan as captain today, so that's fun. Japan has a very lyrical national anthem. Oh, this country singer was a former Division I player. I don't know who she is, but Grace Lear. So, any score predictions that you guys might have for this game, let us know in the comments. I feel like the U.S. is going to win. I don't have a score prediction yet, but if you do, let us know in the comments. Let us know if, by any chance, that like you think who is going to score. Is it going to be another Mallory Swanson, which we have to keep remembering Swanson because she's no longer Pew since she got married. But does she score? Who else? Who do you think? Let me know. It looks like we have a few people watching, but they haven't let us haven't said anything yet. So, hello, viewers. How are you doing? Yeah, we don't have Roosevelt right now, like they're saying here on the broadcast, out with a muscle injury. How is that gonna affect the game? We saw Vlatko when they were playing New Zealand in New Zealand, talking about just kind of get the ball to Rose, uh, with like her technical ability and her in the middle being able to cr- be more of that creator on the field. We're gonna miss her right now since she's not able to play. They're saying Japan's ranked number 11, the US currently in the FIFA ranking number 1. USA, USA. And here we go. We also talk about how much better of a kit Japan has than the US. When these kits came out for the Men's World Cup, and Adidas just did so much of a better job than Nike. And the blue one for the US has grown on me a little bit, but I hate this white one. It's ugly. Japan pressuring, US having trouble getting it out of Japan's final third because of just that pressure that Japan has. I wonder if they're going to be like the men when they were playing in the World Cup. You saw that the Spain Japan game, Spain had the ball majority of time. I think it was like 75% of the time or something crazy like that. But Japan had the win because they just were playing that high pressure, high intensity. You keep the ball, we'll get it in the counter attack. I will be honest, I haven't seen the Japanese women much, so this will be fun to watch. Come on. If you guys saw the Japan Brazil game, because I did not, I watched the US Canada one. How did that go? And how was Brazil playing? Was Japan? How did Japan play? Let me know. Oof, offside. Let's see. Do we get a goal from Swanson? Nope. That was a good cross, and it would have been nice if Alex Morgan would have been able to make it in. I apologize for not much talking. Just enjoying the game. I don't have anyone to play off against. And no one's talking in the chat, so I can't. So talk in the chat with me. Come on, guys. Japan playing very well, very organized. Swanson down. Alex Morgan went down, but got back up quickly. Ref is Canadian. I always love watching like the iPads on the side because that's something of the modern age now is just having the technology where coaches and their assistants, and they didn't have as much assistance back then, just figuring stuff on their own, pen and paper. Seeing this high press game that Japan's doing, I wonder. Always when I have see teams like pressing and high energy, I wonder how long they can take it for. Being a Leeds United fan, they're constantly playing that high press, high energy, cannot go the full 90 minutes with it. So I wonder how long it'll take like Japan to gas out, or if they change tactics or not later on in the game. That's something I always think about when they're going that full force at the beginning. Looks like we got four of you with us. How you doing? Let me know in the chat. What do you think of the game so far? Always love when you can hear the cheers. You can't do that. Oh, they're switching the ball. Flat gate. So, Jaden and Lee, we can't actually show the game, but it is on HBO Max. Right, the Cars Outside agree. With that, it's on HBO Max. It's also, I believe, on Peacock. In Spanish, it's not Telemundo. It's playing on another thing in Spanish as well. It's owned by NBC. So it's just watching along, but it won't actually be behind. Okay, okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what Haran can do here. Taking a little too long. Ooh, tell me if you think it the same that Haran is kind of just kept the ball too much, like touch wise, like in the last few games. It's she's not playing as well as she used to. Not that she's playing bad, it's just that the acumen of knowing when to keep the ball or when to pass the ball, she's taking too long to make that decision. A little bit of crossbar. Did she actually touch that? Yeah, she did. She got a touch on it, hit it into the crossbar, and oh, that would have if she would have headed that in. Oh, hindsight 2020, right? Japan making a run right now. All right, nice recovery there. Japan looks like they're giving the U.S. more trouble than other teams that I've seen. We've played Germany earlier, like at the end of last year. Even though they did beat us at Drive Pink Studio, where Inter Miami plays, uh, their game is a little bit more similar to the U.S. Japan's playing more of that high press, high energy game, and giving the U.S. some trouble. But score still 0-0. Offsides. Japan corner. I will say, I like Japan's kits more than the U.S. I said it before, I'll say it again. They're much better. What was that pass, Huerta? Ooh, come on, Huerta. That could have been dangerous. That could have. That's offsides. You saw all the Japanese players like, call it, call it. Hey, Brandon, how you doing? We're watching the U.S. Women's National Team versus Japan. It's available on HBO Max if you want to watch the game. Doing a little football. Another corner for Japan. Puerto kind of being a little outmaneuvered by Japan. To give a little context, though, but Haran is the only one playing in season right now, since she's the only one who's in Europe. The rest of the team all play in the U.S., and it's a preseason right now for the NWSL and MLS. Okay, let's see. Alex, let's see, was that? Yeah, she's offsides. Let me know if you guys know in the chat. Is there VAR in the SheBelieves Cup? Although that was definitely offsides, but that thought just came to my mind. That's correct, Brennan. Un juego de fútbol. Iran trying to say that that was a handball for Japan, but wasn't called. What is a pass? We're playing in white, not blue. Ooh, nice save. I agree with the commentator right now that not being able to create anything right now, the U.S., and that's when you need a Rose Lavelle. That was a question I asked a little earlier uh, in the stream is, are we going to miss Rose Lavelle with her calf injury, I believe it is. I know it's a muscle injury, but I think it's her calf. She's more of our playmaker. Watching this game, it feels like it's going to be a nil-nil, or Japan's going to find a way to get a goal. I hope not. So that we're not playing well. It's just we're not able to adjust to Japan's tactics right now. Yeah, correct, Brennan. Ted Lasso season 3 is less than a month away. Over on Off the Wall OTW on YouTube, Mike and I did a reaction to the season 3 teaser trailer, and I joked about how West Ham is going to be a hated club after season 3, which is really funny to me because they're kind of like a nonchalant, no one hates them. And it's going to be funny to see a bunch of non soccer, non football fans hating on them. It's going to be really funny to me. Yeah, let's see if we can create anything from that. I mean, that would have been cool if like Morgan was able to do a backhead header into the goal. Japan kind of has more of the ball right now, and they kind of don't know what to do with it. It seems they're very much like the men's team, where it's you keep the ball, I'll counterattack. Ooh, Alex Morgan got hit in the head. US are kind of in a part where they're not used to is they're typically used to being in their own final third, making some plays, scoring. But currently, Japan has controlled this game, and we've been in Japan's final third. Japan shots, though, have luckily been off target, so 0-0 still. We got 15 minutes left of this first half, plus extra time. Let's see if Morgan is coming off or if she's just needing a break. Or they need to do a concussion check. Okay, she looks okay. Speaking of Alex Morgan, did you guys see the video of her and her daughter with her daughter kicking the soccer ball? It was so cute. Charlie's adorable. Hmm. US very lucky right now that it is still 0-0. Complete side note that newer Nashville Sounders like logo, I don't like it because they're playing there at the Nashville Sounders stadium. I like the older logo. I wonder if this is going to be like the U.S. England game in the World Cup where England has the better squad, but the U.S. was cooking in the midfield and it ended up being 0-0. If that's going to be where like Japan is the U.S. in that example and the U.S. is England. I wonder if the U.S. mentality right now is like, make sure Japan doesn't get a goal, reset at halftime, and have a better second half. Hello, you are silent. You are on mute, my friend. I don't hear you.
There we go.
There we go.
Pick up the
Hello, hello.
Hey, why are these people kicking the ball? Pick it up and throw it. All right. Oh, wait a minute.
Only 2 people on the field can do that, Tishka, and only when they're in their box.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Once they get out of their box, they're not allowed to do it.
Yeah, that is one thing that really throws me off is when I see them step out of bounds and still kick the ball. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're out. They're I'm like, oh, that's right. They can do that. They can. Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, they can come out of their box, but the second they do, they now become just like another soccer player. They can't touch the ball with their hands.
Yeah. But what's up, Soul?
Hey,
What's going on? How are our ladies doing? How's the U.S. women's soccer team doing?
We are lucky that it is 0-0 right now. Japan has kind of been cooking. They just have not been lethal in their final third, so we're lucky on that.
Right.
I was saying earlier that currently right now, the only player right now that's in season is Lindsey Horan, who's the captain, because she plays in Europe. Everyone else plays in the U.S., and it's preseason right now for the NWSL. So they're all kind of playing for the national team, but not in club form at the moment.
Yeah. So still a little bit of rigidness.
Yeah.
Probably not a whole lot of gelling, maybe even, right? As far as the flow and just kind of the speed of their game.
And one of our players who's more of the like creative player that can make those plays that make you more dangerous, Rose Lavelle, has a muscle injury right now. They say that she hopefully will be able to play on Wednesday against Brazil. But so we're missing her right now on the field.
Yeah, man. I feel like, with the football and American football, someone looked at it and was just like, like, let's just make this game like tougher and slower.
Right.
Like, I don't like running a lot, guys. Let's just do 5-second bursts.
Right.
Can we cut like 20 yards of the field, maybe 40? Let's do 20 yards, and then let's add some kind of 10-yard difference on each side.
Well, at least with like American football, all the fields are the same size. In soccer, that's not the case.
Okay. So even the different pitches are different.
Yeah, they're different
dimensions.
They have to be like at least a certain size, but
like
some
ratio.
Yeah, but some pitches are bigger than others.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, in the MLS, New York City FC plays at Yankee Stadium. So they put a soccer pitch on top of the baseball stadium, and it makes therefore their pitch is smaller. It's much more narrow. So you kind of have to play a different game,
right? And a little faster
because you have a narrow pitch, so you can't go going out as wide and trying to do stuff tactically. Using the width of a pitch doesn't work as much when you're playing there in New York City.
Well, what's kind of, of course, everybody's got their own opinion, but overall, do players enjoy that, like competitors, or is there any interviews with a lot of them where they're just like, I wish it was standard, or do they like that challenge of, oh, well, there's a little bit of an advantage because we know how to play this more?
I don't think I've seen really any issues on it, like, or them talk about it. I see more baseball players talking about the baseball fields all being different. Yeah, or like the Green Monster in Boston.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because the height of the wall can be different. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, Miranda.
Going down. Holding her nose.
Yeah, let's see here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a little rake. A little rake across the face. Yeah, little backhand. Little give me my money kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bitch, better have my money.
Pitch, please. I'm just gonna say pitch. By the way, that's all I'm gonna say this entire time. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
So, I mean, do you think we would get flagged if we actually showed sections of this?
If we do what you've been doing for the football games, probably not.
Right. I won't be able to put it in the background because, that way I don't think I can do it in StreamYard. Yeah. But Streamlabs I can. But no, if we just bring it on screen for a little bit and bring it right off,
that'd be okay.
Let's try that out. Yeah, because I mean, she's got a little boogie hanging out right now.
She's got that thing in her nose. Yeah.
Oh, it's not letting me show. Let's see if it does.
Oh, there we go.
Let me try that out. But there's no sound. At least that I know coming through. Can you hear that at all?
Let me mute mine to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no sound.
Yep, that's what I thought. Okay.
Well, Jaden and Lee, if you're watching, there it was up there on the thing. She was asking if we were going to show the game.
Right? Yeah. I saw that a little bit ago. Yeah, saying does this stream the entire game? No, we do not have broadcasting rights. And though we are known to cause trouble and maybe break a few rules, we will not break the law in that matter.
Right.
Not on record, at least. And good Lord, I just got a whiff of something. It smells like dog. Yeah. All right. Let me go make sure that the dog didn't pee in the hallway again. I'll be back.
Have fun. That was Tishka, everyone. So those of you in the chat and watching, what kind of changes would you like to see in the second half, tactically or players coming in? I'd like to see Crystal Dunn, just because I like her. Okay, Swanson, let's get a score here. Let's do it. Yes. Mallory Swanson with the goal. Tishka missed it. She's just too good. Hopefully, I'll give the girls some confidence. But if you're Japan, you probably feel like shit right now because you've been playing better, and that's football for you. You could be the better team and still lose. Mallory Swanson is like our Rashford. If you've been watching him, Man United, he's just been on a hot streak, or Man United, also known as Scum, because I'm a Leeds United fan. Poor Japan. Although I'm happy because USA. So let's see how Japan adjusts to that, because being the better team, but being 1-0 down, most likely 1-0 down going into halftime, unless the U.S. do another incredible thing in the next 3 minutes of stoppage time. Oh, and Mallory Swanson again. Let's see. Ooh, Alex Morgan. Haran here.
Yeah, soccer's so slow. I'm sure I didn't miss anything, right?
We scored.
I know. I heard. I was like, of course. The 2 minutes I step away. If there's ever a dull moment, I would just leave for 2 minutes and come back.
If you can't watch, but we win, that's still that's good for us.
Yeah, I'll do my part. I'll take one for the team. But celebration to the score! Hey, let's
Mallory
go.
Swanson with another goal.
2?
No. I'm saying she scored 2 in the first game versus Canada.
Oh, gotcha.
Scored. She's on her hot streak. She does what she does. I'm doing good calling her Swanson because at first I was just like, I'm gonna have a hard time because her maiden name is Pugh, and then she got married, and then now she's Swanson.
Swanson
So
Pugh? She hyphen,
yeah.
or?
So she used to be no. She used to be Mallory Pugh. Now she's Mallory Swanson.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's
if
married
it's a hyphen,
to a
though, she'd be Pugh Swanson then, right?
Right.
Yeah.
She's married to a baseball player.
Right. Maybe the great Ron Swanson.
Right. I don't think he played baseball.
He probably invented baseball. If not, he at least hand makes baseballs.
He's probably making the wooden bats and the seeds and everything.
The key to the cedar bat is that you spindle it with care, or something like that. I got to do that. I got to do this first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give myself a real mustache. Awesome. Well, good job.
Do you want Ron Swanson, or do you want who he played in The Last of Us?
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, both were
similar character.
Yeah. Pretty much. That was Ron Swanson still.
A gay Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're Japan right now, you probably
maybe swing both ways.
Right. So if you're Japan right now, you're probably feeling like shit because you've been playing better, but you're down.
Yeah.
I was like, and that's football for you, both American and world football.
Well, it's sports. I mean, it's not how technically sound you play the game. It's did you get points?
Right.
Did you get some bases? Did you get any touchdowns or tutties? Did you get some goals on? I mean, that's really what it's about.
Right.
Of course, there's the technique can increase your chance.
Yeah.
But awesome. Well, that's good. That's good. Hopefully that gives them a little fire going into that second half. Now, does the clock stop here?
The clock does stop here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's another thing that throws me off. I'm like, they're not stopping the clock. What are they doing? It's running. It's going up. Yeah. It's counting up. Why?
Yeah,
Yeah, it always throws me
it
off.
goes up,
Yeah.
and then they don't stop the clock for injury, and then they add the time at the end of the 45 minutes of what they think have been needed.
Called
And then
adage.
stoppage time.
Or
And then
stoppage,
the ref decides when to blow the whistle.
Yeah. Yeah, that aspect, I feel like there's a little bit more of a rigging that could be put in place.
What was the other day? The Chelsea game. I didn't watch it because I was watching the Leeds game, but it switched over after the Leeds game ended because they were playing at the same time, and it was like 12 minutes of stoppage time for the Chelsea game. We were like, "What is this? The World Cup?" Because like the FIFA World Cup in Qatar had really long stoppage times,
right?
Like for no reason here and there. Like we're like, "Oh, these are long," and it just happened that what was it? One of Chelsea's players got hit in the head and for like 10 minutes was on the ground, had to be given oxygen, was carted away. So that's why they had 12 minutes of stoppage time at the end.
Yeah. And I mean, and 10 or 12 is kind of standard, but yeah, I've seen some of those games where it's like 20 minutes. It's like, what is going on? Like, is this a whole nother game?
Oh, well, when you get that extra, that's typically if it's in soccer, I know a very un-American, you can tie in soccer. But if it is one of those,
you can tie in American football now. It's dumb, but you can.
If it's one of those games like it's a knockout round game and there has to be a winner, they go into extra time, which is 30 minutes, 2 15-minute halves, and then from there, penalty kicks.
Yeah. Which when it's an actual overtime, those are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was a recent like big game. Was it the actual World Cup that it actually went into?
Most World Cups have been decided by penalties.
Yeah, dude, that's so cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think hockey shootouts, penalty kicks, and then college football. I think those are the 3 best overtimes. They add so much excitement to the game and drama and intrigue. And what the NFL is doing is garbage. It's garbage overtime.
At least they changed it up a little bit.
Right, but they changed it to where you can tie now.
Yeah.
I mean, in the regular season.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it is what it is, but yeah. Yeah, I love college football where it's like you start at the 20 or 25 and you go at it, bud. I mean, whoever can stop in the red zone, Awesome, though. So, what is up, y'all? Welcome to Rev Sports. So I'm sure you gave the intros and everything already, but I'm Tushka. I'm the new one on there right now. But yeah, if you want to help Soul out, help her lower lumbar support and her sciatica, help her get a new chair. Go to streamlabs.com/ruckusev, and you can donate there. Any little bit helps, and you guys have been tremendous in helping in that. And actually, I've got to get on the ball this week and actually connect the bank account to the PayPal so we can take those. But you can still give. But you can also just help out by following us at Ruckus EV, pretty much anywhere. We're on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter so far. Or you can even join the Ruckus. Actually, go to patreon.com/RuckusEV, where we have different tiers. I'll keep it kid friendly for maybe the sports, but yeah, go there, check it out, the tiers, have a good laugh, and join if you want to be a part of the Ruckus and actually be a part of
our Discord.
Trailer Park Trivia. What would you say? Yeah, the Discord. Yeah. As well as Trailer Park Trivia we got coming up.
I said Discord for the kids, but
yeah, I know. No, you're good. Yeah, I said it too. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, we got Trailer Park Trivia coming up. That's gonna be a fun time. Can't wait for that.
Yeah.
And so, they're just showing highlights. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many goals on or shots on? I mean, they call it shots on goal, or what do they call that?
Yeah. So you have shots and then you have shots on goal. So shots is when you're get it in the vicinity, but it's not in the goal at all. So like if you shoot it wide, or shots on goal is you actually like kicked it towards the goal and it just didn't make it in.
Yeah,
or it could have made it in. So like you can have, if you only have like one goal, you could have one shot on goal and then that just was converted into a goal. But you could have like, let's say you only have one score, but you have 3 shots on goal. Like your first 2 could have been saved by the keeper and then the third one went in.
Yeah, good to know. Good to know. Hope you're writing notes because I'm not. Put your notes in the chat. Help me out.
Okay.
No, I actually played soccer growing up a little bit. When I was young and I had stamina, and I also had a metabolism, which is great. I played soccer, played baseball. We were poor growing up, so I didn't play football until high school, but played basketball as well. Any sport I could get involved with. Loved it.
So, like, if you look at the stats currently right now at halftime, so shots, Japan has had 6 shots, and the U.S. have only had 2. And then shots on target, shots on goal, the U.S. had 1, and that was converted into a goal by Mallory Swanson. If you look at possession, it's 56% U.S., 44% Japan. It's kind of been more 50-50, but Japan has been more dangerous with the ball, noticing with the 6 shots. Passing accuracy, both are about the same, 84% for the U.S., 86% for Japan. No yellow cards, no red cards.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I pulled it up on screen here. At least we got through Google. So, yeah, I mean, the shots, 6 versus 2, like you said.
Yeah.
They've been playing a little bit better.
They just haven't been able to convert in their final third.
Let's go to that one. Well, maybe that. Nope. Trying to get to where we can see the full thing, but that's as good as we got. So, so you got your corner kicks, right? That's when it gets out of bounds within the realm of the corner area, or no, it's got to go on the goal side.
That's when it's that goal side. So that side of if the
goes out on there.
If you are trying to score something in the opposing team, like the goalie or an opposing player, like gets it out of bounds and it's on the goal side, then it becomes a corner kick.
Yep. And the offsides, that's always fun because that's the running joke for people that don't know football is what is offsides? Don't even know. Which I always loved. I mean, because to me that like adds so much excitement to it, and then you can go. Do they do replays for that just to show who was in front or?
Typically. A lot of times too, when like you're at the angle and you're like, wait, are they offsides? And then they kind of show it. And I was asking, I'm not sure. I don't think there is VAR currently for for SheBelieves Cup.
Okay.
VAR,
video assist replay.
I was like, what does the A stand for? And it was like video something replay. Vamos a ver el VAR.
VAR.
Which, as a fan, you can love and hate VAR.
Right.
Because it's still run by humans, so they still can make mistakes, and you get some bullshit calls. But all in all, it's probably done well for the game. But sometimes it's just like, I hate you, VAR, I hate you.
Let's see if that helps.
But then there's times too, like, what is it, the Nations League at the stage that we're currently still in the Nation League, like the group stage games that doesn't have VAR, and it's like something happens, you're like, if we had VAR, they would have seen it, and they would have, and then that foul would have been called, but we don't. Fuck, because as a ref, you can't see everything.
Well,
and unlike American football, we don't have like 7.
Exactly. I mean, because that's where they spend, millions on all the footage. I mean, you got the pylon cam, you've got
Yeah.
The pulley system cameras.
Yeah.
And I feel like for football, like you would have to almost have a track cam that would follow the ball to have that down line of
Yeah.
sight, or just something that's kind of at the front edge of that third, to
Yeah.
where typically that's where it happens. But
Right.
it'd be so tough to just get a perfect angle.
Because typically, so like you have the ref that's on the field with them, and then you have the two that are off on the sidelines, and then you have the one there that's like in the middle when they're the ones that hold the sign when different players come in and out.
Yeah.
So like you have 4 on the field where like you see in football, it's like 7 or 8 that are on the field, plus the like video people, right?
As far as the officiating?
Yeah, officiating. Yeah, where they're
I think 5. Like an umpire, you got a line judge, you've got one at each field. Yeah. I think it's 5. But but you have all the other support. I mean, with cameras.
Where there's like 4 other people supporting, like in the VAR section. Like you got 1 or 2 like of the main people, and then like 1 or 2 assistants typically. But so it's less people, but still human error can happen.
What are you doing? Get out of there. This dog loves to get in the trash.
Have you had to put it up, the trash up? Have you
I've had to put her up,
stool?
put her up in a kennel. Yeah, trying to curb the behavior. She is a beautiful, beautiful soul, beautiful creature. You get a good shower. Hey, Vesper. Here, Vesper. Come here, girl. Come here. Yeah. Then there's Roxy, the OG of the house.
Is Roxy happy to have a friend?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. They're BFFs for sure. They get along really good.
That's good.
Which is awesome. I mean, that was one of the big concerns. I'm kind of rehoming Vesper for my sister's place, but she is used to having someone always at home. Because either it'd be my sister or her husband or a kid or somebody, and then she's also used to always being able to go out when she wants. So that's where I think the patience or the self-control it's where we got to kind of learn a little bit of that.
She's like, you come to my schedule, I'm not going to yours.
Unfortunately that's not how it works.
Right, exactly.
Not at this house, girl. Sorry. I'll spoil you when I can, but you gotta toe the line. And Roxy, I mean, she knows it, real well.
Yeah.
And so that's where it's like kind of tough. Yep. And Roxy kind of is taking a little bit more of a submissive role with the two. Yeah.
Is Roxy older?
I think Vesper's actually older. Yeah. Hey, good job, girl. Can you go lay down? She's got this wicked tail. If you can't hear that already.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Boy. Like, I'm surprised she's not breaking her tail off.
We had a family friend that had one dog that like would whip his tail back and forth like really, really hard, that it would like get bloody from how hard they were like banging it against furniture and the wall.
Yeah, that's about how her tail is. Yeah. And then there's a spot where there's like a box and then the edge of the desk, and she'd be like, like she's like, oh my god, like that hurts my tail that evolution took away,
Yeah, I was saying before too, Japan is one of the 4 countries that has won the Women's World Cup. They won it one time. The U.S. has won it 4 times. Germany and Norway are the other 2.
Okay. That have just won the most, or
that has won the Women's World Cup. The Women's World Cup has not been around as long as the men's.
Okay, so what's the history with that then? 8 years, 10 years, or
let's see.
Yeah.
When was the first one?
Yeah, and while you're looking that up, I know we talked about it a while back, but Kansas City is actually building I believe, either the first in the world or at the very least the first in the U.S. women's only soccer stadium or football stadium.
Nice.
So yeah, and it's gonna be right there on the Missouri River. We're in talks, maybe trying to get Choctaw Nation with the casino out there, and just really kind of build up that downtown kind of market right there on the river. But yeah. So then you'll probably see a lot of cool shots when that gets done of people kayaking or boating around, and having like a little bit of a dock, and just a little more kind of river culture than what it is right now, where people are just, instead of dumping dead bodies, they'll just be hanging around,
kicking soccer balls into it.
Soccer balls out of the stadium. Yeah.
So you're right on the money. There has been 8 Women's World Cups.
I was just doing quick math from what you were telling me. So.
Yeah. There's 9. The 9th one is this year in Australia, New Zealand.
Oh, come on. I'm surprised that wasn't a penalty.
But
tackled the girl.
The U.S. won the first one in 1991, which was held in China. Norway won the second one in 1995, which was held in Sweden. U.S. won in 1999 in the U.S. Then Germany won in 2003 in the U.S. and then 2007 in China. Japan won in Germany in 2011, and then the U.S. won 2015, 2019 in Canada and France, respectively. So now we're trying to get our 5th star, be the Brazil of the women's side,
right? Yeah,
and get our 5th star in Australia, New Zealand this year.
So what do you think kind of leads to the U.S. women's team having kind of a little bit of dominance in that?
I would say probably money and infrastructure in the United States.
Okay.
So the rest of the world is kind of catching up with us on the women's side, but because of the U.S. giving, even though women's sports don't have as much attention or love as men's sports in this country, it still has way more comparatively to the rest of the world.
Right. Yeah.
So the fact that, especially too, if they're wearing that U.S. crest as an American, you're going to support them in a way that some other countries.
Hyper-patriotism.
Yeah, that hyper-patriotism. So the fact that we are a country that has a lot of money, where U.S. Federation too, especially now, wasn't before the case, but now that the sharing that has happened between the U.S. men's national team and the U.S. women's, that now that the fact that the men made it to the round of 16, even though they never won before, they made way more money in that than the women have made winning their World Cup.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we talked about that last year. Yeah.
So they're now sharing those revenues.
Good.
And when you share those revenues, that just puts more money into the women's side for the U.S. And so because of that infrastructure, because of that money, the U.S. have been able to dominate. Also because on the women's side, we have the best league with the NWSL, and because we also have college soccer too, where women are playing and dominating, especially like UNC.
That's really the main one that I have heard of in recent history, for sure.
So with that, but you see England right now is taking more of a step in the right direction. They went from, in the past, women weren't allowed to play soccer, to now they won the Euros, the women's Euros. And so England has become a good team. Germany has been a good team because they put the money and infrastructure into it. That's why they've won 2 World Cups. China has put the money and infrastructure because China likes to be winners. So...
but they're also very much about women's rights and child rights.
Yeah, 100%. So it's really, other countries are now putting their money where their mouth are and putting more money into the women's game. Although Canada right now, who's playing in the SheBelieves Cup, is in, they're playing in protest because they've been going, they tried to sue the Canadian Federation because of unfairness between the men and the women, that this is a World Cup year and the Canadian women are the reigning Olympics champions, and they're not getting the same support that the Canadian men did going to the World Cup last year. So they tried to sue. They didn't get it in time with Canadian law to not work. so they're forced to work and play for Canada. So they're playing in protest. The game that was in Orlando with the US, they wore like the purple, which is for workers' rights, and kind of like did a joint thing with the United States, because they saw the United States fighting for equal rights and equal payment. So now the Canadian women are trying to do that. Because on the men's side, Mexico is our rivals, but on the women's side, Canada's our rivals because the Canadian women are pretty good.
Now, do they just play with a little more passion because they're playing with protest?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they because
it's colder up there.
Yeah.
So
we beat them 2-0, 2-0 on Thursday. So.
Yeah. So I mean, and forgive my ignorance in this. Another shot on, by the way.
Yeah.
But I mean, is America kind of seen globally as the forefront of women's rights movement? Because I mean, these other countries, I mean, whether because they're just, so focused on just survival because we're kind of a spoiled nation. I mean, but yeah.
I don't know about women's rights in general, but I do, especially with the Roe versus Wade and more political stuff that's been happening in the U.S. now, but definitely on the sports side. But we still, as a country, have ways to go for equality for women's sports.
Mm-hmm.
But we made a step in the right direction that other countries and other women for other countries are looking to the U.S. and going, we want to be able to achieve what they achieved.
Yeah.
And the U.S. women are like, we support you and we're here with you and we will do whatever we can, which I love that. And let's see, dangerous free kick for Japan.
Right, that's what I was just going to share. Here we go. And the goalie, I don't know her name, but she was yelling. Like everybody, move over! Hey!
Dispossessing Sugita on the far side, and she's got a free kick here.
Now it's a goalie's kick. But yeah, goalie typically is yelling at people to get in formation.
Oh, yeah.
Here's that first goal again.
Second touch, third touch, fourth touch.
Yeah. Yeah. And that goalie's just cheating too far up.
Underestimating the speed of this player.
I mean, of course, when you get closer, you're kind of choking in the angle, and you can respond. But
then also she made it in the. She was 1v1 with that defender, and then made it a 1v1 with the goalie.
The goal, yeah.
Which when you can get into that situation.
Yeah, and it's so tough. I mean, especially for when you're talking about penalty kicks earlier.
I'm gonna take it down so we don't get in trouble.
Yeah. But like we just want to talk about penalty kicks. Ooh, I was gonna get mad if we were gonna score and didn't have that on. It's like we could have had it. We got to get the content.
We can always play the replay. If we score, they will do a replay.
Yeah, but no, I just talk about the goalie. I mean, statistically, it's not in the goalie's favor. They've got so much ground to cover.
Yeah.
With those penalty kicks and such. And I mean, I was goalie for a little bit. I hated it. I mean, God didn't bless me with a goalie's body. Definitely more of a midfielder.
You're a little short for a goalie.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. So I didn't have that length.
You have to be.
Of course, I played in elementary. So luckily everybody else was close to the same size. But
my older brother was a goalie. He's 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
and that's small.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it could be 6 to 6'6". It's probably what you really want close to be. What is the tallest soccer player? You know what I mean? Like a 7 foot, that's insane. Nobody's gonna be 7 feet tall playing soccer.
It's definitely a goalie.
Right.
Let's see this tallest soccer player.
Yeah. Right.
Christoph Van Hout, 6'10",
Yeah.
from Belgium.
Yeah. So that makes sense. Because at a certain height, you're so lanky. I mean, you grew and you got a bigger step, but I feel like you
Let's see.
just can't cover as much ground. Maybe it's quick or be agile.
Considered one of the tallest footballers in history. It's not saying his position. Although looking at typically when you look at the appearance, it'll always say the appearance and goals, and there's 0 goals. So typically with that, you're either a goalie or a defender.
Yeah.
If you have no goals, so it's always funny when you see like a goalie that has a goal. I'll have to show you.
Would that be a penalty kick? I mean, would they ask him to come? Or
sometimes it's a penalty kick.
Or sometimes
Other
they just do a
times,
full front and just empty
Other
out.
times it's a freak accident. So like
right.
Tim Howard, who played for Everton, he's doing a kick to like kicking it from the goalie to clear it out.
Yeah.
And then it goes all the way into the other goal.
Now, and maybe it's more with hockey, but I mean with football, I mean there's empty goal situations, right?
Yeah, definitely, especially if the goalkeeper comes off their line.
Right.
Sometimes there's an empty goal situation, and then basically you have the defenders then having to defend the goal, but they can't touch it with their hands.
Yeah. And I mean, and in those situations, I mean,
you'll see them do this, so that way they don't get a handball. Because if they get a handball, then it's a penalty kick.
Yeah, which Japan apparently has been having issues with handballs, right? I saw that one earlier.
There was one, Lindsey Horan was trying to say that that it was a handball because your hand in soccer, your hand goes from here to your actual hand, so it's considered.
Well, and the one I saw, she kind of stopped it with her right foot, but it kind of went at it at an angle and just hit the bottom of her forearm. And it kind of went down real quick.
Yeah, for it to be a handball, your arms have to be in a non-natural position. So if your hands are to your side down and it hits like your arm here, that's considered a natural position. It's not a handball. But if your hands are up like this and it hits you here, then it's a handball.
Yep.
Just like what was it yesterday? What team was it? There was a goalie that got a automatic red card because he came out of his box and he went to defend it and he headed the ball, but when he headed, he fell down onto the ground and then it touched his arm. And because it touched his arm and he's a goalie and it was outside of the box, it's automatic red card.
Yeah.
And so they went down to 10. It was Newcastle because it was versus Liverpool. John Ruckus.
Yeah, that sucks. Freak accident, but yeah, more of a severe penalty for a goalie.
Yeah, the worst part about it is, I believe it's for the Carabao Cup, not the FA Cup. Newcastle is in the finals there, and they can't use their goalie because they had a red card that game, so they can't use the goalie, and then they can't use their second string goalie because their goalie played for Manchester City, the second string one.
Okay.
Played in the Carabao Cup for Manchester City. So if you played in the cup for another team in that same tournament, if you get transferred to a new team, you can't play in the tournament for the new team.
Like for the entirety of the tournament?
For the entirety of the tournament, yeah. So then their second string goalie can't play.
And there's the empty goal situation.
And then, so now they have to go to a third goalie or an under 20 goalie to play in their final.
That under 20 kid was shitting his pants. All right. We're trying to work it out. Yeah, that's one thing I like about football, and kind of hockey too. I mean, there's similarities maybe in strategy, but I mean, for one, the unceasing movement, but clearing it out. I mean, basically just going back out on the other side of the court, because in basketball In American football, you can't go back over like that.
Yeah.
Backcourt violation for basketball, then of course just football. I mean, it's completely different kind of dynamic. But yeah, it always fascinates me. It's like, let's just kick it back towards the goalie. It's like, what are you doing? You giving up? But it's like, no, you're resetting.
Yeah,
get your
you're
formation
resetting.
back in.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. And sometimes it's the only option. It's like kick it back to the goalie or lose the ball.
The girl just Patrick Swayze roundhouse kicked the ball. I like it.
Right.
Uh-oh. It's close. That was close. Going to show replay? Yeah, here's a replay.
Mm-hmm. And again, I can hear the "I believe that we will win" chant going.
Yeah, right.
So I love when you can hear the chants. Although I will say, in the U.S. we need to get better. That's the one thing I will admit that the English are better than us at.
Yeah. I mean, and in college does it a lot. They do a lot of chants.
Yeah. But the English are clever in their chants.
Well, and they're insane fanatics. I mean,
the
hooligans, the whole culture of the hooligan is absolutely bananas to me.
Yeah.
I mean, as a pacifist,
I have that much love for a team. Like, I know that you love the Kansas City Chiefs, but you will not.
I'm not going to go to a fight. I'm not going to stab somebody.
Yeah, you're not going to put them up, like, even though you're not married or have children, but one day when you do, like, you're not going to put the Chiefs over your wife and your child and like everything else in your life.
Yeah, and I'm not going to have my brother from the States who's a journalist. I'm not going to put his life in danger. Okay. Yeah. Elijah Wood. I'm not going to do that to you. No, I love that movie, Grease Street Hooligans. You haven't checked it out, watch it. It's a great one. I can't remember his name, but the guy that plays in Sons of Anarchy and that main guy, that was one of his first roles.
And then Welcome to Wrexham, they do an episode on hooliganism.
Yeah. I really love that documentary.
Imagine being in the 5th tier. Like, you're in the 5th tier of your sport, and you still have hooligans.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, okay, so is the 5th the bottom, or is there 7?
5th is the bottom of professional.
Or
you go to 6th and down. Those are semi-professional.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, were they down to the 7, or were they?
No, they're in the 5th.
Okay.
And the 5th,
because they got bumped up now, right?
No. They're still in the 5th division, although they could. I don't know if they're in 1st or let's see. Wrexham.
Right, yeah. And of course, the documentary is getting released like a year late or something.
Okay, so currently right now, they are in 2nd place, Notts County in 1st. But they have 2 games in hand. So Notts County has played 33 matches, where Wrexham has only played 31. So if things stay as they are with Notts County in 1st, Wrexham in 2nd, Notts County will then go up a division. So they, I think it's called League 2. Because, it's Premier League, Championship, League 1, League 2, National League.
Okay.
And they're in the National League right now. So Notts County will go up.
Okay.
And Wrexham will then have to go into a short tournament with the 3rd, 4th, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how many teams are in the tournament, but they have to go, and the person that wins the tournament out of those, like, 2nd to 6th, 7th, or 8th place, then they go up. I don't know what. I think it's to 6th. I think it's 2 to 6 going to a tournament. But if they somehow are able to get into 1st place, then they don't have to do that tournament, and they automatically get promoted.
Right.
Yeah. So hopefully,
because they had gotten in that tournament, right? That first year, then they lost.
Yeah.
That first year, they got first game or something.
Yeah. Because they had a bye, so they didn't play the first. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
so if they get into first place and they're automatically promoted, one, that'll be great for the next season.
Oh yeah.
Because this season now is
No, is it still season 1?
no, this
Season 2, right? Or,
yeah. So what has happened this year will be what will be in season 2.
yeah.
Back it comes for Cook.
Yeah. I haven't paid attention to
What I love
the live feed. I've only watched, and I'm still not caught up on the documentary. I think I still got.
What's super funny though
Yeah.
is people getting pissed off that like don't watch soccer but have been watching Welcome to Wrexham because they're Ryan Reynolds fans, going, "You're spoiling season 2," and it's like it's live sports.
Yeah.
like
watch it yourself then. Like yeah. It's
I'm
like
sorry.
if the Marvel was an actual documentation of this interstellar warfare, and you weren't paying attention to the news and only watching the documentary, then shut your face. Oh, I'm pretty sure this is for you, not me. Oh, okay. He says, "I'm here for your beautiful face," but
He says, and also soul. So it's for you, Tishka, not for me.
Thank you, bud.
Wingblade doesn't think my face is beautiful. It's okay.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been kind of under the weather the last week. Had a
so he's not at his best. He could be more beautiful.
Yeah, well, no, like just my skin. I got a little bumps and nicks going on right now, so. So I'm a little bit insecure about some acne and everything because
okay, we got Japan
when you're sick, you're not really
doing some subs.
Take care of yourself.
Your favorite from Angel City?
Just not allowed to say that out loud. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're putting it up. Yeah, yeah, we're with you, Swifty.
Yeah, I mean,
you're running the show. I'm not touching anything.
No, you can touch it. You can stuff. I will say, talking to your better half, she is lovely.
Yeah,
I've never met her in person.
The Miss Wingblade.
I didn't get to meet her. I talked on the phone with her, and she's awesome. And I can't wait to actually meet her in person because she is Wingblade's better half.
Oh yeah.
How did you land her at Wingblade? Because better than you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you outkicked your coverage there, bud. No.
She's definitely better.
Yeah. Yeah. So outkicked your coverage is more of a football term, American football. Or does that translate to
wait, say the phrase again.
Outkick your coverage. Like you outkick your coverage.
Yeah.
Kind of like somehow got someone better than what you're supposed to get.
Yeah.
Because it could be coverage is could be a general term.
Yeah.
Obviously very highly rated, given a deal by Chelsea through until 2027.
Emma Hayes knows how to pick them, that's for sure.
Endo immediately into the battle on the far side.
Yeah, like how is that not out of bounds? Like
have you seen?
I need to see the replay. I don't believe it.
I need to show you the Japan men in the World Cup. They scored a goal, and the ball was
they scored a goal and
like 98% out of bounds. It literally was like only like 2% of the ball was still in bounds.
Like one single blade of grass just holding
it. Hey, the memes after it, they were like, "This is now the Japanese flag," and they put a line on the side of the circle on the Japanese.
It's like barely there. Yeah. Looks like a Patreon logo,
Yeah.
Speaking of, patreon.com/RuckusEV. It was effortless. Did you see that? See how I put that in there?
It was beautiful. I loved it.
It's good. Put that on a t-shirt.
Well, I think we're going to 1-0 this out. My prediction earlier, I was like, this is going to be a 0-0 game, or Japan is going to somehow find a goal because they played better. But Mallory Swanson with that beautiful goal.
Dude, I'll take that W. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, how was that? Not out
That's
of there.
basically what happened with the Japanese men. It went
Yeah.
and they kicked it back in for the goal, and it
Mhm.
literally was only like a
Yeah.
small percentage still in.
Yeah.
We got Rapinoe coming in.
Here we go.
Alex Morgan making way for Hatch.
And Hatch.
I was
don't
like,
know these
they have
names.
Rapinoe's booty right there. She was bending over.
Yeah. I mean, Hatch too.
Valerie Swanson
Yeah.
coming out as
We're looking at her back hatch.
Wait, but Rapinoe was bending over.
But it was at the same time. Yeah. Dude, hey, soccer booties, man.
Hey,
I mean,
soccer legs.
Exactly, dude. They've got to have those.
against New Zealand.
Man, you can't be a twig in that sport.
In that second match, but Alex
That's even on the
Morgan,
men's
she
side,
relates
too.
today.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the men. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
Right.
seen the legs on men who play soccer?
Add to her.
I got some.
I haven't studied them.
I
No.
got some nice. I will say the best booties
12,
are baseball,
15 now.
Right. Yeah.
but the best legs is
I
soccer.
mean, they're pretty wide.
In there and at 37 years old, she's talked
They
about
did not skip leg day.
want to play what role
Yeah,
I can
no.
on this
No, they
team
don't.
in a leadership role. I don't
It's
necessarily.
like linebackers and
Sometimes
running backs.
it's funny because they'll have like scrawny arms and like
Yeah.
legs, and it's literally the opposite of like those people that are like
Yeah.
on top with
Dude,
the
do you
legs.
even do arms? Do you
Yeah.
Do you even lift?
Left in a game, and you got
You can lift, bro.
instead of a Megan
All
Rapinoe,
right, so we're at 7 minutes 57. Right. So what's the standard time? Are we in stoppage time right now, or
No.
Okay.
Oh, game is 90 minutes.
90?
So
Thank
two
you.
45-minute halves, and then stoppage time is anything that goes over.
Right. Yeah, it's typically like 10 minutes. We had that
No,
injury, which do they count that for stoppage?
Typically, it's like most of the time it's like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can be anywhere from a minute to.
Yeah. Are they
It's
ever
like
gonna,
the other
I don't
day-
know, just get better at actual like clockwork and then just stop the clock? I don't know. Call me weird.
I know.
Call me weird,
No.
but why don't you just stop the clock instead of like
Right.
let it run and then we'll add it up after the fact? And
Yeah,
then,
'cause
and then
I
they're
think
like,
some of
"Ah,
them
shit,
wear like
I missed
multiple watches to then like.
it." Yeah, like just stop the clock. You don't have.
So they stop their own clock, but they don't stop the action. Yeah. It's just part of the game. It's the fun, like how many minutes are they gonna give? Or the other day, yeah, when it went to the
Is that
When it
Hatch?
went-
Is that Hatch number 5?
no 5 is
No.
Rodman.
Rodman?
Rodman, yeah.
Is that Dennis Rodman's daughter? Or- No, I love how she's just like running through them, getting pulled, and she's just like, what is like she's still kicking the ball and gracefully going, and then just
Yeah,
like
she's
still
just-
trying to right here. Oh, this is great.
Yeah. It's like
Like what the WTF, mate? And then that what is going on, man?
Rodman's like, no,
are you gonna
But they're
call it? I'm
just still balling.
yeah.
breaking all the way back to start this play, and then Hatch is like, I'm gonna chase it into the corner too. She's
Yeah,
like,
And then she's just like,
500 yards.
hey, they're like, I'm gonna keep going, and then when you tell us to stop, then I can like bend over and be like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Japan.
She's still
Yeah.
got him on the ground.
We're going to see Hinata Miyazawa coming in and Suru
Is that
Takarada.
B2K? So it's just that exact haircut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The frost tips, or
Yeah.
kind of frosted hair.
Players who will leave the game.
Like it's funny how Nick Carter from Backstreet
Mhm.
Boys started a trend 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's almost a bowl cut.
Miyazawa starts
Yeah.
Almost a bowl cut. I'm waiting for that to come back.
Although-
Mullets are back around here, which is dumb.
What is it? Hassan Minhaj and
career Japan goals.
his comedy special, the first one. Oh, that was too high.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking that was a high kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was talking about, he's like, immigrant mothers, I don't know why you do this. It's like princess from here down, like toad in the face because of the bowl cut.
Right. Yeah.
Because he was talking about like his sister, which is, it's so funny to me. So
to the substitutes.
his Mom has him here in the United States, then has to go back to India because that's where she's doing med school. And then his dad, flying back and forth between the US and India, knocks up his mom and has a child and never tells Hassan about it. So Hassan is just like 7, 8 years old when his mom is he was told, oh, your mom's coming to the US permanently. And his mom walks in the door, and he was like, and then this little brown girl with a bowl cut walks in.
Yeah.
It's like
who's this stress?
This is a little Republican. I was just like, build that wall. It goes, they're coming into our house. They're eating our fruit roll up. They don't speak the language.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, like that. I mean, 7 and 8 years, like, not even a letter of, hey, by the way, you know,
guess what? You have a sister.
Yeah.
It was like, so I had a little sister that no one told me about.
Yeah, that's effed up. That really is.
Good counter press by Ashley Hatch.
I mean, if it's like 7, 8 weeks, it's kind of like, oh shoot, we got caught up in the moment, we forgot.
Yeah.
7, 8 years, that's intentional.
Remember, Japan have lost the last 3 in a row without scoring a goal.
It's like that's an intentional effort to not tell.
Did you see like the entire stand up to be like,
yeah,
it's our ball?
Oh, was that it? Oh, okay, I thought it was just a very shitty wave.
No. It was.
It's like,
because you saw all the players doing this, and then all of them stood up to also say it's our ball.
Yeah.
So it was like a collective.
Dude, I wish they would show a replay of that because I want to put it on screen because that was hilarious. Like I literally thought like just a section and a half was like, let's do this, let's go wave.
But with like, one hand.
Yeah.
Fox out there on the right side.
Oh, now they're doing the wave.
It's a wave. The
wave.
wave.
They're doing the wave now.
Ah, we caught the tail end of it. Okay.
Maybe we'll get it back.
Yeah. Towards Casey Murphy. And Murphy can get it away.
The important is to get the wave to actually go the full way around because sometimes it dies off.
Yeah, at least
like,
like if you start it, you at least need to have to do it a second time, or else you are very
selfish. You have to do it like 5 times to convince people. No, get up and do it.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
Because people are like, oh look, they're doing the wave, and you're still.
I don't think it's
gonna
make it back around.
No.
Yeah. It's not gonna make it back around. Okay, well.
Yeah, because typically, like.
Oh no! Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. I saw the very tail end of it. It must just be a bigger stadium than I thought. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's go. There's the wave. There it is. Woohoo! We did it. We did it, folks. We did the wave.
All right, we got 7 people watching us. We want to see you in the chat. What do you think of the game so far?
Yeah. Also, I apologize for my terrible wave etiquette. No, but welcome, y'all.
Yeah.
Where are the 7 watching? I mean, mix of YouTube, Twitch.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. If you click on it, there's 3 on the YouTube, 4 on Twitch.
There we go. That's Let's go. What's up, y'all? And also, we missed this question. At least I did. Dost thou even lift it? Love it. It's a medieval, the medieval gym, which was really just a torture rack.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And stab. Stab.
And kick. And kick in the groin, stab in the gut.
I'm working on my core today.
Yeah, right. Ooh. Come on, clear it out. What is going on there?
Ooh, crossbar.
Ooh.
Like, look at the height of that goalie there. Like,
right. Yeah.
It's a tall woman.
Yep. Here we go. Here's the replay.
Hold the ball. You wonder
boom,
what's
top
going
bar.
to be at the end of it. And Nagano almost sneaking that one in from distance.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? 6'1"?
Yeah, probably.
Right.
Like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
But again, for Japan, it's so much possession at moments.
Yeah. Also, I like not pulling it from the feed, just doing the 2-shot because we can still hear a little audio. So.
You're right.
Just adds a little bit to the excitement, you know.
Dominance on the ball.
So you see the speaking of the hydrating U.S. Soccer BioSteel, I was like, you know what? Let me try these. They are so sweet. I had to cut it with water,
Yeah.
like those drinks.
Right. And what drink is it?
BioSteel. That's
BioSteel?
what's
okay.
the going around on the ad that's going around the field right now.
Pacino's ball into the box is put behind by Germa for another corner. Almost in
But
the
yeah.
Okay. So this is what you're talking about, BioSteel.
Yeah.
Game and a turn.
Okay. So, but you say like insanely sweet.
I had the two on the left, so the
Freeze,
white one and
rainbow.
the rainbow one.
And
Okay.
18 and 19
I had both of those.
and enough.
Yeah, they were very sweet.
Hmm.
So
I mean, just like
it's not a lot of calories, but I think it's supposed to be kind of like in the vein of a Gatorade or a Powerade.
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to have those electrolytes and those like.
Well, it's what plants crave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
what are electrolytes? It's what plants crave.
So
I wonder if it's more of like almost like a concentrate, though. I mean, like you said, you had to kind of cut it.
Yeah.
So it's not, because it's in the moment, kind of.
Yeah.
You just need a surge or a boost, and
we're like
because Gatorade's pretty
yeah.
watered down.
I can see like if you're playing a sport and you are sweating like bullets. Oh, that was a nice.
Oh. Okay.
But if you're sweating bullets,
God
like,
dang. Do you think that was just good reflexes, or she just was really scared of the ball hitting her in the face?
Let's see.
Here's a replay.
Typically, a goalie is good reflexes.
Right.
But and you need that sugar boost to play well, like to keep on going. Like I could understand there with the BioSteel, but yeah, it was very sweet. Because I was like, oh, let me get it. I'll take it to the gym with me, and I was like, let me cut this with water.
That would have been a busted nose for sure.
And she's the number 2 goalie right now.
For the team?
Yeah. So
awesome.
She's the backup goalie. Vlatko wants her to have a few games so that way at the World Cup this year, God forbid something happens to our number 1, she's game ready. She's has some game under her belt.
They're attacking quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump back in and out. It's the final 9 minutes of regulation, so. But man, they were coming out fierce. Holy crap.
Yeah. Well, Japan is like, well, it's go big or go home at the end, right?
Right. But I mean, I don't know. It just seemed like all of a sudden they had just a lot more speed, maybe.
Yeah. Which is a question that I was asking at the beginning because Japan has been playing this like high press, high intensity game. And it's really fun to watch. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, nice save.
So let's go. Oh.
But yeah.
I was hoping to get that get back.
But Japan plays, that high intensity, high press game, which is really fun to watch, but it can gas the players out.
Oh, yeah.
And then by the end of those 90 minutes, they're like,
yeah.
And
I puke a lot whenever I'm like running and all that stuff. Yeah.
It's usually when they have to so by the end of the game, they make mistakes, which that is the Leeds United way, my team. They do play that high intensity, high press. And then by the end of the game, you're like, you can't do this for 90 minutes. Like, you have to change your tactics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Japan has done a really good job of doing that high press, high intensity, and then like holding and conserving their energy in parts when they need to. So that way they can have that burst of energy there at the end. Here, because I was like, I wonder if Japan's gonna like fizzle out by the end because of that intensity, but it seems to be not the case.
Yeah. Well, and also if you have depth,
I
mean that's really key. I feel like in those, I mean, to be consistent with it, you
can't replace everyone on the field. You can only.
That is right. What are the limitations?
It used to only be 3 subs.
For the entire match.
Yeah, and back in the olden days, it used to be only 1 sub, but now I think it's 5.
Yeah.
Because in COVID they changed it to 5 subs, and then also you do have a concussion sub now, which you didn't before.
Good.
But the thing is, you have 5 subs, but you can only do it in 3 windows. That's how it is for the men.
Right.
I don't know if it's also for the women, if that's the same rule. But on the men's side, you have 5 subs, but you can only do it in 3 windows.
Yeah. Well, usually the women get less typically, so it's probably still 1. We're like, no. These are the good rules. You gotta earn your keep. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Haran's not too happy coming off.
Right? That stink face right there.
But the referee had asked Haran to leave the pitch as quickly as possible.
But yeah, so with stamina, I mean, of course, different sport, but with American football, that was one thing with the Chiefs I was always concerned about, because we have a high-powered offense,
Right.
but we would always gas our defense because we would score in 2 plays. And the defense would only have 5-10 minutes to rest. I mean, the commercial break was really where they got the
Super Bowl.
Huh?
You were talking about
this
that
year.
at the
This
Super
year we
Bowl.
were a lot better. This year we were a lot better in time management and kind of taking our time.
Yeah.
More so in 2019, kind of Pat's first big year. I mean, it was just like, because it's Tyreek Hill and it's Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
I mean, you just throw it up and they got it, and then the yards after catch they get 10, 20 yards, and so yeah. So that was one thing I was kind of thinking of and kind of correlating was that stamina of just really having a balance in your speed. Of course, you're looking at 2 different teams and subs.
Yeah.
This one you're not. You're there the whole time.
Did you watch that Cavincio thing that I sent you? It's this Argentinian American who follows soccer, but then is also a Kansas City Chiefs fan. He's also a sporting Kansas City fan. I think I've sent you a few things of his, but
maybe
he was there.
Did you text it or did you put in Discord chat?
I'm unsure. I'll have to.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll but it's he has it on both YouTube, I think, as a short, and then on Twitter as just a video, and it's him with the Kansas City thing when they won, and he's holding also the World Cup trophy because he's Argentinian and Argentina won, and he's just like, "Ganamos! How about them Chiefs?" It was funny, and he just lays down with the World Cup trophy, but it's for the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. It's really funny.
Which I mean, I feel like the World Cup is a little bit more of a distinguished award.
Yeah.
Because it's worldwide.
Yeah.
We say the World Championship in American football, but it's still just American football.
Or the World Series for baseball.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like nobody else gives a shit about it right now. I mean, they're trying to market to Europe quite a bit.
I will say the argument that you can make on baseball's account is that the players do come from all around the world.
Yeah.
A lot of Latinos play baseball, and then you also have people from Japan and Korea, because baseball is very big in Eastern Asia, especially in those 2 countries. So you do have people from around the world playing in those.
Yes, yeah, it's NBA as being the most international American sport.
Yeah.
Then baseball, and then football's way down there. I mean, it's college ball is probably more diverse
popular in the US.
than the NFL.
And it's so funny that people are like, I don't watch the NFL, but I watch college football. There's so many people like that.
Right. But yeah, because I went to Park University in Kansas City, little small town, kind of within the suburb of Kansas City. But we had a lot of Portuguese and Brazilians on the men's volleyball team.
Oh, nice.
Men's volleyball team was a big thing. So I mean, and
did they play with George Santos?
Yeah, I don't know.
That lie that if you're gonna lie about something, lying about playing college volleyball,
right? Yeah, that's what you're going with. Yeah. Volleyball, is that an American sport? Where did volleyball originate? I feel like it should not be, but I just don't. Maybe it's just because of Hollywood. It's just more prevalent in American media.
Is hockey basically American because of stickball with Native Americans?
Lacrosse is.
Yeah.
Even though it's a French name. That's based off of stickball. Hockey, I don't know. I feel like that was had to be Canada and further north, but yeah, I'm not sure.
It still could be with the First Nation. Like it could be
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the
Of
not
the-
Inuits, but some of the northern
the indigenous of Canada.
Canada. Yeah. Okay, so volleyball was invented in 1985, or sorry,
Mhm.
1895. I'm dyslexic.
was like,
in
that's a little
in
late.
Holyoke, Massachusetts. It was a YMCA that
nice.
originated it. So yeah, volleyball's American.
YMCA. Okay, we're about to hit the 90th minute here. Let's
Yeah.
see how much stoppage time they're going to give.
Yep. And at stoppage time, I'm going to stoppage and get a beerage.
Nice.
Did well to get back. He's been up and down the right.
Okay, 4 minutes of stoppage time.
England. Hockey's England.
But I
18th
don't
century.
know a lot of English people that are like, yeah, hockey.
Exactly.
Whereas like Canadians, that's their sport.
Yeah.
Or even like Russians love hockey.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, and of course the Olympics. Kind of
Miracle.
with the 80 games. Yeah, gosh. We should do a rewatch of that game.
Yeah.
I think
Maybe just go back to
The game or the movie?
Maybe both. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking just the game. Just rewatching the game and just kind of chatting on top of it.
Yeah. Unless something crazy happens, it's going to be a 1-0 game.
Hockey and its origins. The roots of hockey are buried deep in antiquity. So I guess they're antiques. No, but the historical records show that a crude form was played in Egypt 4,000 years ago and in Ethiopia 1,000 BC.
So hockey is African.
Yeah. Black hockey. It's real.
And then the English stole it, those bastards.
Yeah. But probably hockey, as we know, is on ice.
Yeah.
So it's more of like a field hockey situation, but yeah. I mean, just because you put it on ice doesn't mean it's your own, right? Disney.
Like we still want to shit on the British though.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll never not want to. Even though they do have the metric system, I mean that's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty clear.
But we have to say Fahrenheit's better for.
I mean, yeah, I'm coming on the other side for that too.
There's this English comedian that he talks about. He's just like, if you've ever lived with someone, and it was telling like this degree in Celsius is between 70 and 72.
Clear it. Yeah. Get that, girl.
Is between 70 and 72 degrees. He goes, and if you've ever lived with someone in a house and you change the thermostat from 70 to 72, they'll be
man. Yeah, another shot on.
So I think scientifically Celsius is way better, especially when it to water, because 0 is freezing, 100 is boiling. That's super easy.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the effects on humans, I like Fahrenheit.
Right. Yeah. It just if the number feels like it matches a little more. Yeah. And maybe it's because we're more conditioned to it and used to it, but
and then Kelvin is batshit crazy.
Okay, yeah, Kelvin's insane. Come on. Just get out of here with that, you chemist.
I love there's this one where it was just Fahrenheit 0, really cold, 100, really hot. Celsius 0, really cold, 100, dead. Kelvin 0, dead, 100, dead.
Good clear. Another shot, not a shot on, but
got about 30 seconds left.
Is that what we're saying? Yeah, because +4 is the entirety.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have at least 4 minutes added, and then whenever the ref wants to blow that whistle.
All right. Well, I guess I'm not going to go get a beer then.
Short. Two teenagers linking up.
Kicks out.
Clear. Let's go. Just run with it. Push it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should call the game now.
by far.
Ref, you gonna call it? You gonna call the game?
Just a few moments left in this. Wins the throw-in.
I think that's what they're all thinking too. You can see
Yeah.
the body language.
Yeah.
It's not done. Why
Why
is this not getting called?
Who is telling her to leave the ball and get back into a defensive
Yeah,
position?
don't worry about
Let
that.
someone else take the throw.
All right, throw it
Oh,
back in.
final whistle.
Goes
The
in
US won.
There it
1-0.
is. There it is. Let's go.
USA.
Go.
USA.
The goal coming just before halftime.
America.
And for goal
Jinx.
already.
Oh, did you say it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And 2 victories from 2.
I'll send you a Coke in the mail.
As it finishes here at USWNT Park.
Oh, man.
States won.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though the only 2 minutes I didn't get to watch, for the most part, was the actual point of
Right.
the score. But
Well, that sucks for Japan. If I was Japanese, I'd be very upset. But as an American, that's great for us.
yeah. Hey, you got to score, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's horseshoes and hand grenades. The only ones that are almost counts.
All right, let's look at these stats.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Because
I'll pull them up. Let me refresh, and then I'll pull them up.
Japan has 15 shots to the US's 5.
Yeah, that's nuts. Three times the amount.
Yeah. And they have better pass accuracy, although it's 84 to 87, so that's pretty much same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About same
They
possession.
even had 7 corners to 1, which, like, when you get a corner or you get a free kick, like, those are like gifts. And
Yeah.
you have to use them wisely to try to convert them into goals. So sucks for Japan if they
Right.
weren't able to do that, but USA. So if you go now into the standings for SheBelieves.
Okay. Yeah.
So SheBelieves Cup. There, US is at the top. Still, they were at the top before, but they were with the same amount of points as Brazil because
Okay. And MP's matches played.
Yeah. Exactly. So currently, right now, we're at the top with 6 points. Brazil and Canada, I believe, played today. Let's see. Yeah, they played today at 6:30. Are they also playing in Asheville? Yes, they are. So they'll be playing in that same field
Same field,
at
yeah.
6:30. But it'll be interesting if Canada is able to win. US stay firmly on top. If Brazil wins, depending on how many goals they get, the US stays on top because basically when you have the same amount of points, then the next tiebreaker is the goal differential. So currently right now, the US has scored 3 goals, has not had any goals scored on them, so they have 3 points, 3 for the goal differential, where Brazil's 1 and 1. Whereas you look at the goal differential for Canada and Japan, they're both at -2 because both had 2 goals scored on them. So, like, let's say if Canada gets a goal, their goal differential will then be this match against Brazil. Their goal differential will be -1.
Yep.
If they score 2, then their goal differential will be 0. So, right now, hopefully, because this is one of those where you play your 3 games against each match, and then who's ever on top is the champion. So,
yeah, and it's just those 4 teams in this tournament. Right?
SheBelieves Cup is 4 teams. It's always in the United States every year, and they invite 3 teams. So, like, if you see there 2023, if you go down to 2022, like where that says season, see the US one there had 2 wins, 1 draw.
Yeah. Iceland had 1 loss, but their differential was what knocked them down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they had 6 points.
Iceland only got 6 points where we got 7. So
yeah. Right. That's all I'm saying though. Just looking at different stats.
So last year we invited Iceland, Czech Republic, New Zealand. 2021, it was Brazil, Canada, Argentina.
Do draws? Is it more of a positive or a negative?
So if you win, you get
Right.
3 points. If you draw, you get 1 point. If you lose, you get 0. So you would rather draw than lose because you get a point out of it. And then also, like, let's say you're down and it's 1-0, and if Japan would have gotten a goal, they would have stolen points from the U.S. there, because the U.S. were looking like they had 3 points out of that game. And if Japan would have tied the game, they would have stolen 2 points from us and got a point for themselves, because then it would only be a point for each team.
Yeah. There we go. Let's go to Zealand, Iceland, and Czech. And what, 2001? Brazil, Canada again, but in Argentina. 20, Spain, England, Japan. England.
England won
that one.
in 2019.
Yeah. France, Germany.
I think the first 3 years was all England, France, Germany.
Yeah. Yeah.
But France won that in 2017.
Yeah. The US won again. All right. Which is it's our own invitational. So
yeah. So of course we're the ones who won the most.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's our tournament, so we're just gonna be selective. You guys are really good this year. Sorry. We couldn't work out the travel arrangements.
FIFA women's rankings. Let's look at that. Also, last year, with like the last 2 years with COVID, it was, will those teams come to the United States?
It was what? It was one of them?
Yeah. Oh, well, the last 2 years with COVID restrictions, it was kind of like, are those teams able to even come to play?
Right.
So that made it more difficult.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I believe you on. So we'll be right back.
So yeah, currently right now, the United States on the FIFA's Women World Ranking, we're number 1. If you look at Brazil is number 9. Canada is number 6. And Japan, where are they at? Japan's number 11. So, pretty high ranking. Currently, the top 4, US, Germany, Sweden, and England. Although it's funny to see the US still at number 1 when we lost to England and Spain and Germany last year. But let's see. Let's see. Although, like, the FIFA World Rankings are weird because Brazil is still number 1 when Argentina won the World Cup. At the end of the day, the FIFA World Ranking doesn't mean that much. I think, forget which World Cup it was that we went into the World Cup on the men's side, and we were the highest ever. We were ranked at 4th. We were not the 4th best country in the world, but
Okay, I'm back. Well, that was fun.
yeah, I was saying there. I was looking at the FIFA World Rankings. So the U.S. on the women's side are number 1.
Yeah, I was listening the whole time.
And then, we had Brazil's number 9, Japan is 11th, and Canada 6th. So they're not like at the lower level. Like, let's pick these little nations to stomp all over.
Yeah, we're gonna pick some easy wins there.
Yeah,
that's what America does best, right? We kind of control the narrative a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, like you said earlier, I mean, it's kind of they're not in club form just yet. Kind of just starting off a little bit, so that's a good tournament.
When does, because I know the 28th, so
Yeah, the next game.
wait, not 28th. 28th is this weekend. The 25th is when MLS starts.
Right.
Yeah, let me double check. Thank you. Yeah, the 25th is when MLS starts. MWSL start. So yeah, they don't start until the March 25th, so they're a month out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And it
Whereas,
looks like the next one is United States and Brazil.
yep.
Wednesday, 22nd.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go live for that?
I'm gonna try to.
Try to? Yeah.
Because wasn't able to go live on that Thursday because of band.
Right. Yeah. The pesky life gets in the way. Can't always hang out with you all,
Yeah.
you beautiful people online.
I love Swanson's interview at the end. We weren't the best.
Yeah. 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 Wimblade agrees. If there's anything we can do is control the history books, make sure everyone knows how awesome we are. Yeah.
Yes,
That's that's the American way. So you want to take us out?
Yeah, well, thank you everyone for watching with us. Go USA! We won. We're still at the top here in the rankings, depending upon what Brazil and Canada do. Let's go Canada, so that way Brazil's not in the head. But
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for being here with us. Go USA, and we'll see you next time. And the people outside, they agree with us.
Yeah. And what they also agree with is they agree to go to follow the Ruckus at Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and then also become a part of the Ruckus at patreon.com/RuckusEV, and then help this lady get a new chair. We're pretty much there. I think we're pretty close to that. We'll have some new goals coming up here in the next coming weeks, but you can give as little or as much as you want at streamlabs.com/RuckusEV. And I'm Tushka, she's Soul. And Soul, appreciate you. Thank you for piloting this. And I'm going to go ahead
I'm here to be your football guru.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Because you're my football guru.
Yeah, to an extent. I'm like the neutralist. I kind of know a little bit of pieces of everything.
You're my Kansas City Chiefs guru.
Oh man. Oh yeah. It's been a great week for us, but you all have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on the next watch along.